Hello, this is Father Michael Nasser coming to you live from St. Nicholas Orthodox Church here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, here with this week's Midweek Reflection. And it's one that I started thinking about last week. If you saw last week's reflection, it was on the shores of Lake Huron by the Mackinac Bridge. And I started thinking about it because I was looking out of the water and realizing here were millions and millions of gallons of water in these Great Lakes, and yet the waves on the ocean were not the ocean, the waves on the lake. It looks like an ocean. Former Californian here, as you could tell, but the waves were like this big, just little bit of things. Unless the boat came by, and then there was a little bit of wave, but then just a little bit of a wave. And I was thinking, wow, how is it that all of this immense body of water could be so calm? And that's when it hit me. That's the standard. The standard is calm. The standard is peaceful. The standard is restful, unmoving. The word I think in science is homeostasis. Things are they just stay still when they're not bothered. Well, I think in our sort of tumultuous times we live in, we can think that tumult and movement is standard. Last night we had a storm come through the area, and we just got the wonderful news that we don't think we're going to get power back for another 3 or 4 days. Why? Because that storm came through with so much power and wind that trees have knocked down power lines all over the place. There's like 1,600 outages in the whole area, and they're going to go one by one and fix them. But that storm, and life can sometimes feel like one storm after another, but that's the exception. The standard is the calm. The standard is that flat lake with the just very little bit of a ripple that comes lapping on the shore. I think that's so important for us to understand, because we, again, can perceive life as one storm after the other, when really what life is it's really the calm. Yes, interrupted from time to time with difficulties, and they're very real, and they can be very powerful and sometimes very destructive. But the standard is still the calm. God is the God of peace, the God of security, the God of stability. And amidst all the storms of life, we might get disturbed now and again, but then we return to the stability and peace of God. We find that it's not just one storm after the other. It's not just one tumult after another. That the standard is peace. And if that peace gets disturbed from time to time, again, because the stability is the standard, even during the times of difficulty and upheaval, we can find peace because we know that it's going to pass. Just like that storm came through and it passed. Yeah, there's some difficulty afterwards, but even that's going to pass. So I think remembering that homeostasis is not only a physical reality, it's a spiritual reality. That in God, who is the God of peace and of comfort and stability, that's the standard, that he always is there. And if in times life can feel a little chaotic, remembering that God is still there. He's still the stable one. He's the unchanging one. Even if we don't always feel that, we can at least know that that time of upheaval is going to calm down and return to its norm, which is calm and peaceful. So I hope that is something you find helpful. And as we all go through storms of life, remember that they're going to pass, and that the stability of God is what's permanent, even if sometimes we don't always see it. So if you found that helpful, please share it with your friends via your social media platforms. And God willing, we'll see you in next week's video.